Okay, I've finally managed to open it. Usually it does actually work a bit better than that, but obviously because I'm here at the side of it, and then it's not the usual side and part of my finger that I use. Anyhow, here we are. We have it open. As I said before, by double tapping here, you can switch off the mouse pad, trackpad, and double click again to switch it back on. Okay, right, well, it's a lovely laptop. It ranges, the price for this particular laptop is around the 900 euros, £700-800, $1,000 mark. So it's not a cheap laptop, it's on the high end of laptops. However, it's got a lot of high-end components in. It has got a Intel Core i7. You can get this in i3, i5 or i7 versions. It has the top raging graphics card in it. Obviously comes with Windows 7. Basically all that jazz. If we load up a web page, here I was watching Hack 5 from Revision 3, which had some great shows. Paying a visit. Anyway, if we look at this, this is in high quality.
You say that WPS is implemented and turned on by default in like 90%.
And I don't know if you can actually see that because there's a lot
really
of
no need for this type of technology in enterprise systems.
Okay.
So you're not likely to see it in enterprise.
Right. And in those enterprises,
okay, due to the amount of glare on the window, yeah, we're not being able to actually see that. Okay. Okay, so it's a lovely laptop. The performance is excellent. The keyboard is actually really nice. This is the first time that actually I've been using this Ireland style chiclet keyboard. I've always in the past had traditional style keyboards, and it's really nice, really comfortable to type on. Not too much noise from it, not too much clacking from it and all that sort of thing. There's a wide range of ports which I like, including USB 3, which I think is essential nowadays. Looks lovely, looks like a high-end laptop. I'm a bit worried about scratches and fingerprints, so yes, I forgot to tell you, in the rear we have, you can't actually see it because of the light, but the HP sign there lights up, which I'm not that keen on actually. But that brings me to what I don't like about it. Oh yeah, also the screen, this particular screen has a matte finish, as you can see, even though it is glare from the window directly behind the camera. There's nowhere near as much glare as there would be if yeah, the glossy screen. Right, the things I don't like about it. Well, first and foremost, I think what needs to actually be said is the power brick. Okay, this power brick is bleeding massive. I mean, look at the size of that compared, you know, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I haven't got a normal size power brick around at the moment, but take it from me, this is absolutely ginormous. If you keep this at home and don't move it about, then I don't suppose the size of the power brick makes much difference. However, if you're travelling with it, you're going to have to be aware of the size of this mother, and maybe possibly find an alternative, smaller alternative that you could use, because it is big and heavy. So that is something that I don't actually like. The next thing I don't like on it, and generally these are all sort of aesthetic or personal dislike. So it may not make any difference to you, of course, but it's good for you to know so that you can make that decision. Anyhow, the second thing I don't like is the trackpad. It's off center. Now it's off center because of the number pad. There is actually full number pad here, which I don't actually really need that much. So the trackpad is actually centered to the keyboard here, and not to the whole laptop. So I find that a bit weird to get used to. Also, because of the numeric keypad and various other function buttons and media playback buttons and so forth, some of the keys are in slightly strange places, which, you know, takes a little bit of getting used to. Certainly the delete key, I found. The space bar is very, very small. Some keyboard layouts actually have a single width shift key here, over here. This particular layout, which I presume is a European layout, as it's got your Euro symbol over the 5, it does have a double width shift key, which is good. But be aware that some layouts do only have a single width shift key there, and some people find that quite difficult. And the next thing is, I wish this had a illuminated keyboard. The trackpad is illuminated. It is very brightly illuminated, in fact. The keyboard, really, it wouldn't cost them much more. And it needs to be illuminated. It looks like it should be illuminated. It looks like something's wrong when it's not illuminated, as all the competition is illuminated. So I wish that would happen. They would do that. The next thing I don't actually like is the DVD-ROM here. I don't know if you can see, but it's got a very small button there that is actually flush to the DVD door, so it is actually very difficult to actually press it in enough for it to respond to eject the disc, and sometimes you have to use something like a pen or a match, which is ridiculous to have to actually manage, because as you can see, I haven't got very long nails. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that I certainly don't like. But other than that, it is a absolutely lovely laptop that is certainly reasonably priced. I couldn't find anything that equalled it at this price. Yeah, it looks good. There's not much noise from it. The fan, you do hear the fan come on, but it isn't that obtrusive, certainly compared to my previous Acer laptop. And all in all, it's a pretty good laptop. I'm very, very pleased with it so far, after about 3 or 4 days, granted, of using it. I will try and do a long-term review in about 6 months to see how it has held up to my abuse. But I would certainly give it 8.5 out of 10. Those couple of gripes that I had with it aside, they bring it down a point and a half. They're really not that much to get yourself excited about. But yeah, I would certainly recommend this laptop. The HP Pavillion DV6t, and a load of other numbers after that, depending on what actual type of stuff inside it you get, what specification laptop you get. This, like I say, is a quad-core i7 with the very high resolution 1920 by 1080 resolution. That does actually mean that the text is quite small, so if you've got any eye issues, I'd probably recommend you getting the high view or high bright or bright view, whatever they call it, 768, so the lower resolution screen to give you actually a bigger text size. But of course with the higher resolution screen you obviously get more on a desktop, and of course if you play games that is also very useful. I don't in fact play games, so I haven't actually tested it on games. That's not really what I wanted to use it for. I wanted it for a laptop that wouldn't become defunct within 12 months, that I could actually get into. That was the most important, to actually make repairs or swap out parts or whatever. This, including, I may add, the keyboards, they all need no tools to actually open them up or take them off, which is absolutely brilliant, and something that a lot of laptops are actually moving away from, including to the extent of not even being able to replace a battery. Normal battery change, you can get a high capacity battery which sticks out a bit here and makes it a little bit higher at the rear. Some people like that, I don't. I'm also not using this on the road very much, so that doesn't matter to me. All this can actually be taken off by pulling this lever, and then that'll all just come out lovely. I can actually try and show you. Yeah, well, maybe not, maybe another time. But I assure you that this all comes out nice and easily. It obviously comes with Windows 7, and I think it's a 2-year warranty worldwide. And yeah, for around the €900, £800 mark, I actually think it's a laptop that's well worth